Welcome back to the Gemara in Gittin, Daf Lamed Zayin Amud Aleph to Lamed Zayin Amud Bet. Tnan Hatam, we learned in a Mishnah there, meaning we're quoting a Mishnah from someplace else. Hamachzir chova chavero b'shvi'it, tzarich she'amar lo mishamet ani. If you return money to someone you owe money to on Shvi'it, during the Shemitah year, you have to say, meaning you, the person who has the money owed to them, the creditor, the person who lent the money, has to say, Mishamet ani, I am observing Shemitah. In other words, you don't really have to pay me back because I keep Shemitah and you don't owe me the money anymore. V'ima marlo, and if the person who owed the money, the borrower, says, Afal pichen, even so, right, I know, but I still want to return the money, Yikabel himenu, he can accept the money from him. Shene'emar, as it says in Sefer Devarim, v'zeh dvar hashmita. This is the law of Shemitah. This is the thing about Shemitah. Davar here being understood as dibur. So as long as you say your piece about Shemitah, it's fine. And you've observed Shemitah. You've said that you don't require the person to give the money back. You're not coming after them to collect the debt. And so you've fulfilled your Shemitah obligation, and you can now accept the money if they're offering it. And I put that all in red because it's a Tanaitic source. It's a Mishnah which kicks off our conversation here. Amar Rabba, v'talile ade amar hachi. You can, I'm going to translate this literally, you can hang him until he says this. Eitve, a contradiction is brought by Abaye from a Braita. Kishehu noten lo, al yomar lo, b'chovi ani noten lacha. When he gives it to him, meaning when the borrower gives the money back to the lender, he shouldn't say to him, b'chovi ani noten lacha, I'm giving this as a repayment for the debt. Ella yomar lo, rather he should say, shalihan uvematana ani noten lacha. Rather, he should say, this money is mine, and I'm giving it to you as a gift. In other words, he shouldn't use the language of a debt and I owe it to you, etc., which is a contradiction, seemingly because Rabba's statement was about forcing the person, making them feel like they owe you something. And Abaye says, well, this Braita reflects the idea that the person who returns the money isn't supposed to see it that way. They're supposed to say, I know I don't have to pay you back, but I'm giving it to you as a gift. I'm going to say that Rabba is a statement. You could also view it as kind of a clarification. That would be another way to put it, a clarification of the Mishnah above. Oops, I'm going to do this instead. And Abaye, of course, is challenging him, is bringing a contradiction. Amarle, Abaye says back to Rava, Talile nami, Rava says back to Abaye, Talile nami adamar hachi. You can hang him, again I'm translating literally, you'll read the Rishonim here later, you can literally hang him also until he says this, meaning, okay, right, it doesn't matter, you might be right about the formulation, right, the formulation that the person has to use is, I'm giving it to you as a gift, but you can still coerce him, that's what talile somehow means, right, you can hang him, you can coerce him until he says this. It doesn't have to be that he says, I'm repaying the debt, he can just say, I'm repaying you, but I know it's not as a matter of debt, it's because I'm giving you a gift. So I'm going to say that this is the answer. Now we have a story, so I'll just break it up based on who's speaking and what's going on, but not structure charting it in our usual way. Abba bar Marta, Dihu Abba bar Menyume, Havamasik be Rabba Zuze. Abba bar Marta, who's also called Abba bar Menyume, owed money, or Rabba was trying to collect money from him. He owed money to Rabba. Aitin hu nihale, b'shvi'it. He brought him the money on Shvi'it. He brought him the money during the Shemitah year, meaning Abba bar Marta brought the money to Rabba to repay him. Amarle, mishametani. So Rava says, I'm keeping Shemitah. Shaklinhu ve'azal. So he took the money and he left. Meaning, Abba Marta kept the money. Ata Abaye came, Ashkache dehava atziv, and he saw that he was sad. Amarle, amay atziv, and he said to him, why are you sad? Amay atziv mar, why is the master sad? Amarle, he said back to him, hachi hava maaseh. Here's what happened. Here's the story. And I'm putting another space in here. Azal legabe, he went to him. Amarle, amtat lezuze lamar. He said to him, did you bring money to the master? Amarle, in. And he said, yes, I did. Amarle, umay amar lecha. And he said to him, well, what did he say to you? Amarle, mishametani. He said, what he said to me is, I'm keeping Shemitah. Amarle, oops, that's a period. Amarle, ve'amartale afal pichen. So Abaye says to him, well, did you say, even so? Meaning, even so, I want you to keep the money. Amarle, lo. And he said back, nope, I didn't say that to him. Amarle, v'i amartle afal pichen hava shaklinhu. So he said to him, well, if you had said to him, even so, I want you to keep the money, he would have taken them. Oh, shaklinhu minach. He would have taken them from you. Hashta mihat amtinhu nihale ve'emale afal pichen. Now, anyway, go to him, bring the money to him, and say to him, afal pichen. Say this formula to him, afal pichen, even so I want you to keep the money. Azal amtinhu nihale. He went and he brought it to him. Ve'amarle afal pichen. And he said to him, this time he said, afal pichen, even so I want you to keep the money. Shaklinhu mineh. And he took it from him. Amar lo hava beidata b'haitzor b'merabanan meikara. He said, this young rabbi, this young man, referring to Abba Marta, didn't have a lot of da'at to begin with. He wasn't very smart from the beginning. That's the end of the story. Amar Rav Yehuda, Amar Rav Nachman. Rav Yehuda says in the name of Rav Nachman, Ne'eman adam lamar prosbal haya bi'adi va'avad mimeni. A person is believed if they say, I had a prosbal and I lost it. I had a prosbal in my hand and I lost it. In other words, he can collect the debts even though he doesn't actually have the prosbal if he just says, well, I had a prosbal, but I lost it. My taima, what's the reason? Kevan detakina rabbanan prosbal, lo shavikitera va'achel isura. Since the rabbis established prosbal, a person won't leave what is permitted and eat that which is forbidden. In other words, if you can do something in a mutar way, if you can do something in a permissible way, you will. So what the person wants to do is not lose the debt, not lose the money that they lent. But they're not going to transgress any sort to do that if there's a permissible way to do that. And there is a permissible way. All they had to do was write a prosbul. So we believe them when they say they wrote the prosbul because obviously, if they possibly could, they would want to get the money back without transgressing. And I'm going to say that this is a statement. And this is a question. And this is an answer. Ki atu lakame de Rav Amarle. When they would come before Rav, when a case like this of someone who lost a prosbul would come before Rav, he would say to them, Miri prosbul hayalacha ve'avad. He would say, is it possible maybe you had a prosbul and you lost it? meaning even before they said, oh, I had a prosbol, but I lost it, but just when in case of someone who didn't have prosbol came before him, he would say, well, maybe you had it, but you lost it. Kegon zeh, petach picha le'ilemhu. This is an example of petach picha le'ilem. You should open the mouth of someone who is mute. This is a pasuk from Mishlei, which I have over here. Oh, I can get rid of this now, but petach picha le'ilem, el din kol b'nei chalof, that you should, the idea is you should open the mouth of someone who's mute. You should, it's like the Eino Yodei Lishol, you should prompt them to ask the question, and that's what Rav would do. So this is also a statement. Actually, maybe this is a support. I'll put this as a support for the answer that came before. It's not, but we learned in a Mishnah, V'chen ba'al chov shemotzi shtar chov, ve'eni mo prosbol, harei el lo yifrao. And so too a ba'al chov, a creditor, someone to whom money is owed, who takes out the shtar chov, takes out the contract that says that they're owed money, ve'eni mo prosbol, but he does not have a written prosbol to show, harei el lo yifrao. Those people cannot, or those debts cannot be collected, which is the opposite of what we said before. We said that even without a written prosbol, or Rav Nachman said even without a written prosbol, you could collect, and it seems like that's what Rav did, but this Mishnah says that you cannot do that. So this is a challenge, and here's the response. Tanaihi, it's actually a Tanaitic machloket. Titania, as we learned in a Braita, hamotzi shtar chov, tzarich sheyehi mo prosbol. So here's the idea again. If you want to get reimbursed for your debt, you have to have prosbol. You have to have a prosbol if it's post shvi'it. The chachamim omrim eino tzarich. That's the Tanakama, but the chachamim say you do not need a prosbol, right? You can collect even without a written prosbol. This is the support or the proof, and this is the answer, and we'll stop there.